Today, some more Sunny V2. This time, the sisters who faked their own funeral for money. Now, I've seen these ladies on this thumbnail. Okay, here's one right here. I don't actually know what their names are, but I've definitely seen their videos like floating around on YouTube. Don't think I've ever watched any, so this is gonna be interesting to me. It's like kind of, I'm aware of who they are, but not really. So let's learn together.
The hospital, she has pneumonia and she can't breathe. I set up a GoFundMe account. If y'all can donate a penny, nickel, dime, I hope be so happy.
When Amy and Tammy Slaton first began their YouTube
Right.
back in 2000.
Okay, so I do know the names. Now that I've seen them, I do know the names, and I have like a very rudimentary understanding of who these people are.
2014, they were seen by their audience as two wholesome sisters who were bravely putting themselves out into the world despite their unconventional appearances. However, only a few short years later, that very same audience had grown to hate and despise them. The Slaton sisters would turn their entire audience against them through controversy after controversy, peaking with one of the most ambitious scandals in YouTube history, a GoFundMe for Tammy Slaton's funeral, who hadn't even died. However, if the audience had simply known more about these two sisters.
Now, here's what's got me wondering right off of the break. I'm hoping he's gonna explain it, but here it doesn't say anything about Tammy being dead. It just says Tammy's fund, and that she had pneumonia. But I'm certain we're gonna get some more details.
GoFundMe for Tammy Slaton's funeral, who hadn't even died. However, if the audience had simply known more about these two sisters prior to the beginning of their channel, each of these controversies could have been easily predicted. For example, back in 2010, Amy would be arrested after shoplifting an $8 book from Walmart, showing that even prior to beginning YouTube, the sisters were prone to both cutting corners and cheating the system.
Why was that age restricted? Wait, sorry. So I don't know what happened in her shoplifting story time that got her video age restricted, but that has me stunned. Bro, what kind of shoplifting was she doing, bro?
Prior to beginning YouTube, the sisters were prone to both cutting corners and cheating the system. Most of this information would only become public at a later date, so when they first began their channel, they were liked. The sisters built an audience through their strong family bond, positive attitude, and ability to laugh at their own shortcomings.
We need to lose weight to become skinny.
We don't care if you don't like us, we're fat and we love it.
They weren't exactly the sharpest tools in the shed, but people appreciated their authenticity.
If I want to say, hey, I'm fat, but don't you call me fat. Why would I want you to call me fat if we're trying to be in a relationship? Come on now, use your brains.
And the fact that they were kind of doing YouTube for themselves. It didn't seem like they were trying to impress anyone. Love when a girl isn't afraid to be herself. I applaud you. Finally, a real person doing a review. Love it. Keep them coming. I love her so much. She always has such a positive, fun, relaxing vibe. The Slaton sisters would receive their first...
I'm honestly gonna say that last, maybe it actually wasn't though.
I love her so much.
These kind of accounts honestly kind of bamboozle me. Like, because normal people on YouTube, I feel like I mean, maybe they do actually. Maybe I'm being toxic. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people who actually be commenting on YouTube videos don't have profile pictures of pretty ladies, okay? And all three of these, pretty ladies, okay? Usually these be like the little sex bots that be running around. They're like, oh my God, this is my favorite video, yay! And then like after they get upvoted, they change the username to be like freesex.com. I'm just saying, these ones kind of got that vibe. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just saying, most like the comment section of most YouTube videos, I feel like, are those like little standard default profile pictures, not people with them. So it's just got me a little bamboozled.
She always has such a positive, fun, relaxing vibe. The Slaton sisters would receive their first big break after posting a video titled Chubby Bunny Challenge, which would go on to gain a view count in the millions.
Damn.
However, when examining the video's thumbnail and dislike ratio, it
Double
was pretty
damn.
obvious that it had gone viral as a result of people watching to laugh at their physical appearances.
Bubba's mom.
I salute this channel for not disabling comments. That takes bravery. I genuinely didn't know it was possible for the human body to lay adipose tissue on the forehead. Anytime I wake up and think I don't really feel like working out today, I just think of this video and it gives me the motivation I need. It was a similar story
That's
with
pretty
videos
toxic.
like Bake With Me and trying new makeup. The thumbnails were sufficiently horrid and laughable to make the videos go viral. However, despite the hate, the hundreds of thousands of views across the videos still brought in others who appreciated the relaxed nature of the channel, growing their fan base further. Oh, you're so...
Yeah, well, that's good, and they're making money too, right? Like even if you're like making videos and people don't like them, like they're still watching them, okay? And the commercials are still running, and you're still getting paid. So they were running, you know, a good business here, making some money at their own expense, albeit at least according to this fella. But I'm just saying, like, you know, they were still getting paid, and that's maybe all they really cared about.
cute. Well done on your makeup and ignore all the negative comments. She is so sweet. I would let her put makeup on me any day. All the beauty gurus be like, you gotta do it exactly like this, Kay. And this girl is like, it's your makeup, you choose how to do it. And she did pretty good. I'm gonna sub. However, while a growing fan base would generally be seen as a positive for most YouTube channels, for the Slaton sisters it would end up becoming a negative, as it'd be at around the same time that they begin to reach out to their audience for help in relation to their lack of financial security. For example, after achieving 1,000 subscribers on their channel, the Slaton sisters would set up their first GoFundMe, requesting that their audience help them buy an Apple MacBook with the goal of increasing the quality of their videos. Now, most of their audience felt as though
Interesting. Now, see, that's interesting, because if she made a video with 2.4 million views, she could have definitely bought a MacBook already. So this is already a descent into Scam City. Let's keep it moving.
there was nothing wrong with this proposal. The audience sends a bit of money through, the sisters get a new laptop, and in return the audience gets a higher average video quality, which is seemingly a win-win for both parties. However,
Except, let's go ahead and assume that the videos are still dog shit. Let's see.
on the contrary, some of her viewers felt as though the Slaton sisters were abusing their power as YouTubers in comments such as, delete this, you are going to lose all your subscribers. You're a pathetic lowlife that needs to get off your ass and get a damn job like the rest of us instead of mooching off of us. You are disgusting. And if I were you, thank God I am not. I couldn't wake up in the mornings. As a response to the hate,
Damn, these people are cold-blooded in their comment section. Holy shit.
Amy would shift the blame from herself, stating that her friend was the one who suggested that she make the GoFundMe.
I do not take money very lightly. The whole MacBook thing was not my idea. It was a friend of mine's idea. I didn't even edit the video or anything. But that video is down.
However, while Amy did receive
Oh, so she tried to deflect it. See? That's where she went awry. Okay? She should have doubled. It was absolutely her idea. It was absolutely her plan. And she absolutely wanted that fucking MacBook. But after everybody started lighting her ass up, she was like, whoa, 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 I'm gonna blame it on some goddamn mystery motherfucker over there that, oh, by the way, doesn't exist. Okay? No good. No, don't lie to us. Okay? Don't lie to us. We know you wanted that new Mackie. Okay? Don't act like you didn't. Stop playing.
a bit of hate, the operation will prove to be successful after raising over $833, showing the Slaton sisters that it was not only possible, but
Why
simple
is that tagged as medical? What?
to extract money from their audience through GoFundMe, which would become a vital piece of information for the main scandal to be covered in this video. The other problem
Right. So this is where they got their scamming start. Well, let me take it back. After Walmart, of course.
sisters encountered after growing an audience was that they could now be held accountable for the stories that they shared throughout their videos. For example, Amy would upload a video talking about a situation in which she had adopted a German Shepherd rescue dog before leaving it in a camper van on a hot summer's day. Now, Amy would state that the air conditioning was on whilst the dog
Wait, she killed a dog?
was inside, and that the camper van was, quote, freezing.
The camper has AC in it, and we only put him in there for like 30 minutes. And who are y'all to judge me?
However, when Amy would then reveal that the dog had gone crazy inside and smashed the air conditioning unit just to get out, her audience assumed that maybe the AC wasn't on.
There's no assumption the AC absolutely was not on. The fuck do you mean, bro? No. What?
The dog was going crazy because it had been overheating inside.
Almost
This theory would be
certainly.
supported further after
Also, that little...
Amy was going crazy because
Okay, yeah, this bitch on Red Rocket Time, he horny, bro. Look at that shit. Okay, sorry, let me stop.
This theory would be supported further after Amy revealed that the dog had bitten her quite severely after escaping from the camper van, leading her audience to believe that the dog was all riled up after overheating.
Probably because you tried to kill it. Probably because you tried to kill it.
As a result of the incident, Amy would state that the dog had been put in a 14-day quarantine.
The dog is in 14-day quarantine. He has a week to go.
However, with the bite mark being
What the fuck does that mean? 14-day quarantine? That sounds made up.
so severe and Amy taking the dog to the pound, whilst using the wording that the dog was no longer with her, the audience assumed that Amy had taken the dog to the pound to have it put down, resulting in the popular opinion that Amy was an animal abuser. I can't imagine this woman owning a German Shepherd. Shepherds need tons of activity both physically and mentally. She couldn't even take care of herself, let alone such a strong and intelligent breed. I'm sorry, but I highly doubt she ran after the German Shepherd. You need to be relatively active to own a dog like a German Shepherd, and you need to be trained to be able to take care of an abused large dog. This sentiment will become even worse when, at a later date, Tammy would upload a video talking about the celebration of her birthday at a gaming arcade, mentioning in passing that she felt sorry for their other dog Littlebit, who had been left in the hot car whilst they were inside playing games.
I feel bad for
Bo, are they fucking for serious? These people should not be allowed to own animals. Okay, I don't know if y'all see, the picture of my puppy back over there, okay? But she would never be left in a car unattended for more than 5 minutes maximum. Okay, so the fact that they're on a regular basis, it seems like, leaving their dogs in hot cars and then, oh my gosh, she broke out because no reason, just cause. He, like, that's literally her story, right? Like, he didn't break out because he was hot. He didn't break out because he was burning to death. Instead, he broke out for no reason, because the AC was on. Lie again. Stop these people from owning it. Allegedly. Okay, listen. I don't know anything about all this, and I'm taking all of my information from Sunny V2. But, like, if anybody has, like, a record like this, like, they should not be allowed to be near animals at all. Okay, I love animals. I love my pup. I love all pups, for that matter. Okay, so, like, no, absolutely not. Get these people away from animals.
A little bit because she sat outside in the hot car while we were having fun. But I did, while we were at getting something to eat, I did get a little bit some ice water. So I thought about her, at least. Amy said I would.
I thought about her. At least you should have left her fucking home. What the hell was she with you? Why was she there to begin with? This is yikes. This is yikes. I
was gonna get her some water.
What a selfish, disgusting bunch of people these three are. Poor, poor little dog. I'm surprised Little Bit is still alive. These events did a pretty good job of destroying the Slaton sisters' reputation. However,
that would do
as you might assume, it was only going to get worse from there on out, as Amy would find herself in yet another controversy after going on a date with a 19-year-old autistic kid at a local McDonald's.
Y'all know that I had the worst night ever Friday, and it was a horrible night. It started off good. We met each other. Well, it wasn't the first time we met. Don't think that. I'm not that type of person.
As mentioned, in the beginning the date seemed to have been going well, to the extent that Amy and her date decided to book a hotel so they could go and get frisky together, at which point things would start to head in a negative direction.
And then we went to a hotel room. I finally got up and started loving on him. I was trying to give him a hickey because he was a virgin and he never had a hickey before. So I was giving him a hickey and he was like, quit biting me, and I'm like, I'm not biting you. And he was like, yeah, you are. So I bit him.
After biting her date and assumably scaring him off during the intimate moment, he would take to Facebook, posting a status
Oh, he posted about it. Uh-oh.
written in an ancient hillbilly dialect, which will receive a response from Amy.
No way he just said that. Okay, sorry. I haven't read this message yet, and honestly, we probably will now. But that just caught me really off guard, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Sunny V2 seems to be like a pretty, like, I don't know. What is the fucking word for, oh God, I can't think of it. What is the word? The word unbiased? He seems like a pretty unbiased source. That's what I was trying to get after. He seems like a pretty unbiased, pretty cool, calm and collected kind of guy, just reporting on the news, okay? Or just like reporting on what's happening. But this?
Take to Facebook, posting a status written in an ancient hillbilly dialect, which will
Okay, posting a status written in an ancient hillbilly dialect caught me off guard, I cannot lie. If a guy tells a woman he don't like something, it means stop all that. He don't like, just like I told this. I don't like biting, but what does she so do? She continues like, damn, I said stop all the stupid psychotic. If I don't say I love you back, I don't love you, especially if you keep saying it over and over. Again, I hate that.
You'll receive a response from Amy about the size of his penis.
F you, Jerry, with your small ass dick. Go get a life. Damn. Bo, not Facebook. Again, proving that it is absolutely the best platform of all time.
Following this, Amy would go on to upload her video discussing the night, where she would completely dox the guy in the comment section with his Facebook page and telephone
She linked... Is she out of her fuck? Isn't that illegal?
number, after which he would be harassed by Amy's YouTube audience. In somewhat of a hilarious act of karma, Amy would then go on to get into another relationship, which would ultimately end in separation after Amy's YouTube audience decided to get involved.
I hope y'all guys are happy. David just broke up with me.
Do you think... Okay, first of all, I think she said David, but that definitely says Damien to the bottom. Also, do you think Sunny V2 added in the rain? Oh, this guy kind of trolling. Bo, do you think he added in the rain? He must have, right?
Because everybody was harassing. Now y'all see why I don't tell people who I'm dating.
Well, you literally had the people harass somebody else you didn't like 3 seconds ago, so it only makes sense that it comes back around to get your bitch ass.
Because y'all bully and harassing.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm quickly jumping onto the not the biggest fan of the Slaton sister twins. That's hard to say. The Slaton sister dislike train. That's what I was trying to say. That's hard to say. Okay, I don't know why it was hard to say, but it was. Stop typing.
And while this would mark the end of Amy and Tammy's reputational-based scandals, it would ironically mark the beginning of what would be many financial controversies, beginning when their audience discovered that the sisters had been receiving government assistance in a video titled Amy's Toxoplasmosis. Amy would explain that as a result of being legally blind, she had been receiving social security payments.
I'm not on disability for my weight. I'm on disability because of my eyesight.
It would then be revealed later that Tammy was also receiving disability payments for her morbid obesity, which would result in backlash from her audience, stating that they were rorting the system by receiving money from both the government and their job as YouTubers. In addition to receiving money from these two sources, they also began to make money from selling merch, before many would claim that this was also a scam. The merch site was suspicious from the very beginning and read as follows. If you purchase Tammy's merch, you'll be added to a private group chat with Tammy. To purchase, head over to the donate section and donate the appropriate amount, $35 for t-shirts, $50 for hoodies, then head to the contact section and email us with the email you used to make the purchase.
Shut the hell up, Bo. That is Scam City, start to finish, beginning to end. Why would it be called donate if I'm buying a t-shirt?
The reason that the Slaton sisters requested for purchasers to donate the appropriate amount became pretty obvious. They're definitely scamming the tax system and sliding money to Tammy so she can stay on disability from what it seems. I support a good side hustle, but this one is super shady.
Oh, that's even more yikes than I thought. I thought they just weren't sending out the product, period. But they're actually scamming the American government.
What the hell kind of sketchy ass website is this? I just donate my money and hope to God I get something in return? No tracking or proof of purchase? Refunds? No thank you. This feels like a way to scam the IRS somehow. I didn't sell anything, people donated. It got worse when fans would come to realize that the sisters hadn't been paying the artists who had completed the designs for the merch. A representative for Tammy
They didn't pay them? Bo!
Take to Instagram stating, all people who make artwork don't ask to get paid, but to simply get a follow or notice by Tammy. Most of the artwork on the website right now was designed by @blank, our website designer, and @blank again. However, apparently this wasn't the arrangement made with the artists. In an article written about the scam by Showbiz Cheat Sheet, it was mentioned that at least one artist has claimed they requested their art not be used without payment, and have since been blocked and have had their artwork misattributed to someone else.
Bo, are they for serious? So they're running a multi-million view channel every month, and they can't afford to pay an artist to make whatever that art was that we just saw. Okay, by the way, that art, every single piece of art we just saw would take not 5 minutes to create in Photoshop. Literally, it was just cut out and stuck on a sticker. What do you mean? First of all, those people are probably literally charging $5, I bet. I bet the literal price tag for some of that art was $5. The fact that they scam these people out of $5 has me stunned.
This artist would take to Instagram in a post reading, I wasn't being unfair at all, just saying how my artwork is being passed off as someone else's when I spent time doing it, and I've now been blocked, yet my design is still up on your website. Not really fair at all. All I wanted was credit for it, that's all. As a result of this scandal, Tammy's TikTok with over 1 million followers, on which she had promoted her merch, would be permanently banned. However, this still doesn't make it the most notorious controversy in the Slaton sisters' history.
Oh, now let me go ahead and give a shout out to TikTok for banning the goddamn ghoul who was out here scamming people with the artwork. Okay, TikTok actually did something good. You shouldn't be scamming people on TikTok. Let me back it up. You shouldn't be scamming people, period. Okay, I shouldn't have to say that. You should just know that.
Bringing us to the infamous funeral scam. It began
Okay, so
when Tammy, who was the heavier of the two sisters, fell over in the bathroom before waking up the following day without the ability to breathe.
I woke up and I couldn't breathe. Bad. I really couldn't breathe.
And after being rushed to hospital, it will be discovered that Tammy had contracted pneumonia.
I went to the hospital in the ambulance. Took x-rays and a couple hours went by and they told me I had pneumonia and I was going to have to stay in the hospital.
Whilst in the hospital, Tammy's condition would worsen, leading her to pass out for 3.5 weeks whilst on life support, during which Amy would begin the GoFundMe. Now, to Amy's credit, it probably was pretty scary having your overweight, unhealthy sister on life support for over 3 weeks. However, to begin planning for the funeral before she had even died was almost comically pessimistic, which would become even funny when Amy stated that the money was to fund Tammy's triple-size extra-large coffin.
With Tammy being so big, if something does happen, her coffin is gonna cost them more because they have to triple the size of the coffin.
Whilst mentioning that Tammy was on a medical card, however, the amount of money it provided would not be enough to cover the funeral.
She is on a medical card. The medical cards will not cover all of the bills. So this GoFundMe account will be for Tammy's funeral if she dies. So please find it in your heart to donate.
Okay, now to be fair, like I'm not gonna get swayed by information that's not correct. To be fair, she did say if Tammy dies, okay, and if Tammy didn't die, she didn't say what was gonna happen, but she did say that Tammy wasn't dead and that the money was for the eventuality that she might. So let's keep watching.
Which would raise a total of $818. Read, this fund is for if anything was to happen to her, will go to her funeral. If she makes it through this, the money will stay there or go to her hospital bills that insurance won't pay. I won't ask, but I don't know what else to do. Please help us, even if it's cents. Thank you and may God bless you.
Okay, so something must... I'm not really sold on the Sunny V2 claim just yet, okay? Like, Sunny V2 is saying that they scam people out of this money for a fake funeral. But to be fair, it does say that the money was for a funeral if it was going to happen, which at this time, presumably they didn't know. And also that if she makes it through, it'd go to hospital bills and for insurance. So...
Now, if Amy had approached the situation from the angle of we're just doing this to cover the hospital bills and left it at that, there probably wouldn't have even been any backlash. However, since she had put so much weight on the possibility of death and people had donated assuming that she was going to die, when she would return to the videos a few weeks later laughing, joking and eating junk food as if nothing had ever happened, obviously the audience and those who had donated weren't all that happy, judging from the 85% dislike ratio on the original We Need Your Help video. It also didn't help that in a different video, Amy would reiterate that the money wasn't going to be spent on anything besides the funeral.
We won't be spending it on anything but the funeral. I just wanted to clarify that. Or I'm going to take it up to the funeral home where it can build interest. I probably will take it to the funeral home and let it build interest. So it's not...
Take it to the funeral home and let it build interest? What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, that 100% a lie. I've never been to a funeral home and I've never dealt with money at the funeral home, but I just cannot imagine that funeral homes are running some kind of pseudo bank service where if you give them money before you die, they're gonna pay you interest? What are you talking about? That makes no sense. And also this, technically the GoFundMe page says something different than what she's saying here. And if I was donating to the GoFundMe, I would presumably read the page that I was donating on and see what the money was going to be used for. And that did say that it could be used for other things. Her reiterating this, although it's not a good look, doesn't technically drive me. It doesn't I don't know, make me think this is a scam. Listen. Okay, let me keep watching.
Something does happen. We have that as a backup plan.
So when it was confirmed that there was no funeral, a new question had been created. Where had the money gone? Amy would state that she had transferred the money to her mother to pay for Tammy's medical bills.
The money that y'all donated for Tammy when she was in the hospital, I gave it to my mother, who paid bills with Tammy's bills.
Yeah, okay, see, that's fine. I don't see this as a scam. Okay, I don't see this as a scam. The GoFundMe page said for a funeral if she died, and if she didn't, for medical bills. That's fine. Unless I find out she bought like a Nissan GTR or something right now, I'm not mad about this.
Regardless if that's what she used the money for or not, that's what I did with it. I gave it to my mother, who paid bills.
However, when her audience would ask her to prove it, she'd state that it was her mother's responsibility to provide the receipts.
My mom is trying to find the receipts, but if she can't find them, that's on mom, not me.
Then in another video stating that the
okay, I feel like you should be able to find those, right? I feel like it's just no, I'm not going to show you the receipts. Okay, I'm not going to show you my personal information for these payments and shit. That's what you say. You don't say, I can't find the receipt. There's no fucking way you can't find a receipt from a hospital, okay? No chance. Zero chance.
The receipts had been thrown out completely.
I know I've been wrong. I should not throw.
Call up the hospital and say, hey, let me get a duplicate. Those motherfuckers be charging so much goddamn money over in that bitch that you know they've got every receipt for the past 2,000 years. Lie again.
Receipts away. But in my head, I wasn't thinking, well, these receipts might come to bite me in the ass, you know?
Wait, why would she have the receipts? I thought her mom paid for it. That's a little suspect.
I wasn't thinking that. It was a simple mistake.
However, if the GoFundMe had been done online, then surely she was using internet banking. Why couldn't she provide a screenshot of the bank transfer to her mother? Medical bill receipts don't seem like something that you just throw away. It was suspicious that she was unable to provide any evidence for the money going towards the hospital stay, especially when her audience would notice that she also happened to buy a new laptop and a new camper right after the GoFundMe had concluded. At a later date, Tammy would go on to state that Amy's GoFundMe made her angry as she felt as though she didn't need help.
And when I found out Amy did the whole GoFundMe thing, believe me, I was mad. Cause for one, I knew I wasn't gonna die. And two, I didn't want help. Not the person, want to ask for help.
The most interesting part about the whole ordeal is that while most disgraced YouTubers simply fade into obscurity as the years go by, the Slaton sisters have managed to remain relevant after rolling their public image into a TLC show titled 1,000 Pound Sisters, on which Amy has since
Are they on TV?
over 100 pounds, has gotten married, had a baby, and is looking healthy compared to her early days on YouTube. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for Tammy, whose continual weight gain underpins much of the show's entertainment factor. The show just had its third season with well over 1 million viewers per episode.
Wow. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay, so I'm not really sure what to take away, to be honest, from the scam, potentially not scam that they were running. Like, on the one hand, she definitely said that, like, the money might be spent on medical bills if Tammy didn't die. And on the other hand, she got a new camper, a MacBook, and probably a whole bunch of other shit they just didn't see on TV, or I'm sorry, on like the YouTube videos. And that's pretty suspect to me. I don't really know what to make of that. I'm not really sure what to make of that last scam. Okay, but suffice it to say, if it was a scam, I wholeheartedly disapprove. Don't you be scamming motherfuckers. Don't be doing that shit. I shouldn't have to say that, but I did it anyway. Listen, takeaway is, I don't know what the takeaway is. Hope y'all enjoyed this video of the sisters who faked their funeral for money. That title's not entirely accurate, but all the same. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and if y'all did, make sure you do that same ass YouTube shit for me. Like the videos, subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all later with another one. Goodbye!